You step into the office. The clock names the day. Another morning that looks exactly like the last. 8:50. 10 minutes until the desk. The ritual beginning again. The lobby clock clicks forward. Each second is a small, inevitable push toward the same schedule. Your steps echo. The calendar's red circle reminds you. Today mirrors yesterday, and the day after. The desk waits, arranged exactly as it was when you left it. The list sits ready, patient, and inevitable. You take your seat at 9. The routine clicks into place. Open laptop, breathe, begin. 9:05, and the inbox already breathes at you. Small demands appearing like clockwork. You log in. The familiar desktop appears. Same icons, same windows, same beginning. The calendar counts the days in crosses and notes. Deadlines mapped like small fences around your hours. You read the list. 5 tasks to noon. Familiar items, filed in the same order as always. The chair has a memory. Settings and scuffs that map the shape of your days. An answer composed at 9:15. You type as the morning's tasks begin to pile up. 9:20. Your screen's clock keeps the rhythm while you open the spreadsheet that will demand the next hour. A polite exchange. Acknowledgement squeezed between tasks. Conversation is brief here. The pen sits ready. One of the tools that turns time into checked boxes. You check the first box at 9:30. Half an hour gone. Progress that feels both small and necessary. The light shifts slowly outside. Time moves, even when your day repeats the same motions. 9:35. The morning slips by in short bursts of attention, one email at a time. The coffee is gone. It marks the steady passage of uninterrupted work. You start the report at 9:40, knowing it will take time, and that time is already accounted for. 9:45. Paragraph by paragraph, the morning advances, predictable and steady. The words accumulate on screen, each sentence another small fulfillment of the day's plan. You mark the report done at 9:50, then slide immediately to the next item. No pause to savor completion. The chair stays where you left it, an unmoving witness to repeatable days. You answer another request as 9:55 approaches. The office hums around you, steady, unremarkable. Deadlines crowd the calendar. Small red marks that shape how the hours are spent. A brief stretch at 10. Small relief, quickly abandoned. Time insists you return to work. 10:05. Multiple windows, multiple small demands, each waiting its turn in your day. You update the spreadsheet, precision and repetition filling the next stretch of minutes. At 10:15, the task is saved. A small pause, then onward to the next sequence. Now begins the desk hour. An extended stretch of attention, guided by lists and the clock. You rejoin the screen at 10:20. The desk hour settles in, focused, methodical. 5 items for this stretch appear. Each a small job to be checked and filed away. You begin the first document review at 10:25. Notes in the margins, attention in the lines. The pen moves. Ink tracks the work, the small physical proof of progress. 10:30. The pressure builds, familiar and steady, but you continue, page after page. The desk holds traces of all the days. It remembers the small spills and scattered clips of routine. By 10:35, the documents are filed and the inbox returns. Onward to the next set of tasks. 10:40. For a moment the phone is quiet, an island of calm in a busy screen landscape. You respond at 10:45, focused and exact, the small rhythms of the desk hour continuing. At 10:50 you send the message and the list resurfaces. 5 tasks waiting, then fewer as you move through them. The second hame passes, 10:50, and you remain fixed in place, moving with the clock rather than against it. 10:55. Meeting notes compiled and ready, the pen waiting for anything missed by the keyboard. 3 items gain urgent flags. Deadlines compress, and the afternoon's pressure begins to form. 11 o'clock. The office moves around you, but you remain centered on the list. At 11:05, the typing continues. The chair supports you as minutes accumulate. The calendar page bristles with notes, small reminders stitched into the day. 11:10. Coffee sipped, an urgent email opened. Response becomes part of the rhythm. At 11:15, another message is dealt with. The list waits patiently, with only 2 big items left. 11:15. The phone rests, briefly silent, a small pocket of calm in a busy morning. 11:20. You clear another line. One important task remains, demanding focus. At 11:25, you begin the final morning task, the spreadsheet that will close this phase. Everything on your desk is a tool for the same purpose, getting through the day's list. 11:30. You work steadily, each cell a small, steady achievement. At 11:35, the list is empty. For a moment, there is completion. Then the afternoon waits. The clock reads 11:35. Each tick a small, impartial witness to your day. At 11:40, you stand and stretch. Others prepare for the midday break. You take a breath, briefly untethered. 11:45. Your afternoon is already penciled in. A meeting at 1 o'clock waits at the edge of your day. 3 tasks for the afternoon are written down. Promises to your future self for after the break. At 11:50, you rise. Desk hour ends and the break begins, if only for a little while. 11:55. Your footsteps lead you to the break room. A small interlude before the afternoon demands return. The afternoon's list is here too, written down so nothing slips through the routine's seams. Noon. The task app nudges you, reminders that the day's demands do not rest even at lunch. At 12:05, you leave the break. The list returns to your thoughts as you walk back, unchanged, waiting. 12:10. Colleagues trickle back, each returning to the small, personal routines that carry them through the day. Back at your desk at 12:15, the list awaits with the same calm insistence as before lunch. 12:20. You begin the afternoon's first task. The light changes, but the work remains constant. The app shows deadlines and priority tags, structure imposed to shepherd you through the hours ahead. 12:30. You write notes and watch the minutes pass, time measured in small achievements. By 12:40, you mark the first afternoon task complete. Progress is steady, uninterrupted, until it isn't. The midday task phase begins, an attempt to bridge the morning's completion with the afternoon's demands. 12:50, you open the next program. The list guides each click and keystroke. Your workspace is organized for movement, tools arrayed to keep you moving through the tasks. 1 o'clock. You begin the data entry, focused minutes that add up into the afternoon's shape. At 1:10, another list arrives. More items to fold into the afternoon's schedule. The new list details 5 tasks with time-bound deadlines, each one a little more pressure placed on your afternoon. 1:15, you print and place the list where you can see it. The demands are now physical, present on your desk. At 1:20, you reconcile both lists. Priorities drawn in pen, a plan rearranged for efficiency. 1:30. The clock moves on, indifferent to the shifting density of tasks on your desk. 1:35. You start the newly assigned spreadsheet. The afternoon moves into a new rhythm. 1:45. The hours compress into tasks. Data entered with steady hands. 3 items complete, 2 left. The list narrows, yet the pressure remains hard at the edges. 2 o'clock. Transition to the next task. Your day proceeds like a series of small handoffs. You annotate and refine. 2 o'clock slips forward as you condition the document for its next owner. 2:15. Minutes pass in measured sound. Clicks, taps, and the low murmur of routine. 2:20. Your phone reminds you of the meeting. The day continues to layer obligations on top of obligations. 2:25. A meeting at 3. Another fixed point that reshapes the next hour. Your desk is a small, controlled ecosystem, arranged to keep the day moving forward. 2:30. You prepare the documents, folding prep into the steady flow of the afternoon. 2:35. A short stand, a stretch, and back to the chair. Breaks come and go unnoticed. 4 items are crossed out. 2 remain. The list wears a map of what you've already given your time to. 2:45. You start the data analysis, leaning into concentration as the meeting hour approaches. 2:50. You answer a quick question and return to the list. Distractions are folded into the routine. 2:55. The minute hand approaches 3. Preparation tightens its focus. 3 o'clock. You finalize the agenda, another item resolved and handed over to the collective hour. At 3, you stand and walk to the meeting. The list guides your steps. One more responsibility completed. 3:05. Your desk remains, an island of work left behind while you attend the meeting. 3:10 in the meeting. Another hour where your role is to listen, record, and add new items to your list. 3:20. You write new action items that will later become part of your personal list. 3:30. The meeting closes and you return with more tasks to fold into the rest of the day. The evening leave phase begins. The slow dismantling of the day's work and the commute home waiting ahead. 5 o'clock. You shut the machine down and begin the tidy ritual that ends the workday. The checklist is complete. The day's obligations recorded, checked, and set aside. At 5:05 you rise, clothing straightened, bag in hand, preparing to leave the building behind. 5:10 you confirm the commute. Farewells are quick and routine, like everything else today. At 5:15 your desk becomes a quiet island. Today's work folded and stored until morning. 5:20 you join the evening procession, leaving together but heading toward different routines. 5:25 the hallway moves in sync. Departures timed by the same unyielding clock. 5:30 the building empties and the city swallows the crowd as everyone heads toward home. 5:35 waiting at the bus stop. The commute folds you into a larger, familiar flow. 5:40 you board and find a seat. The ride home begins, measured by the bus clock and passing streets. 5:45. The city slides by in brief portraits. Each stop, another small pause in the day. 5:50. You skim work messages. Even on the way home, the day's tasks cling to the edges of your attention. 5:55. The ride winds down. People fold into private routines as the bus moves on. A reminder for tomorrow flashes on your screen. Proof that the rhythm of lists will begin again tomorrow. 6 o'clock. You disembark and walk home. The commute ends, but the pattern persists in your mind. 6:05. You arrive at your building. Another day folded into the small rituals of homecoming. 6:10. The door clicks closed behind you. Work recedes, but the list remains in memory. 6:15. The calendar shows tomorrow already circled. An early hint that the routine will resume. 6:20. You sit and look at the time, aware that tomorrow will begin the same sequence. Wake, commute, desk, list, repeat.